Doug, to you, my friend, when you heard of this, what, other than me asking you to please participate, what made you excited to be involved in the Leadership Development Day?
Just think if this was a model that you're templating for, humanity, and if it can be done in this environment, and we all have different beliefs, it can be done anywhere.
Yeah.
So thank you for being a courageous leader to show up and test it.
So I'm so psyched to be here, and I've got so much energy rolling through me right now that I'm going to mumble up some words, if that's okay. But I want to thank Greg. Amazing that we get to be here to grow and to learn, the production crew that's bringing this all to you, and just thank God. Like, what an opportunity to share about who we are. So the intention today for me, for you, is to show up as a leader. To grow as a leader. There's going to be some challenging things maybe, right? We're going to have some tough conversations about some stuff. But we're going to have some fun too. And that's what I want to challenge us all to do, is to have some fun and grow, because that's what's possible, right? That's what's possible when we connect right here. So had I ever thought years ago that I would be standing on a stage and saying, I'm a liar. I'm a liar! How fun! Like, it's freeing. And so are you. I'm sorry, you are too. Right? We bullshit our way through life about who we are and what we want. And I did it for years. It's no bueno. Yeah, you can hear it outside. It's cool. It's freeing, right? Say it at home if you're sitting there at your office or your desk. Like, no one's going to hear you. Do it. So the message I want to deliver to us as leaders today is that you are a leader. You have a message, and your message has an audience. And they're waiting for you to deliver it. They're waiting. But you got to get out of the way first. You got to get out of the way. So I said we're going to have some fun. I'm going to tell you a quick joke here. 3 guys. They live in Denver, right? They all go to a bar on a Friday afternoon, and they do this for years after year after year, and they kind of connect, like, what's been going on for the week? They each order a shot of tequila, and in that shot of tequila, they honor each other, right? So this goes on for years. At some point, one of the guys moves to Boston, the other guy moves to San Francisco. So here they are in different parts of the country, but they want to keep their tradition going, right? So they go to their respective bars. The guy in Boston goes up to the bar, sits at the bar, and asks the bartender for 3 shots of tequila. Bartender says, sure, buddy, I can do that, but wouldn't it be better if I just poured you a triple? Bartender, or the guy at the bar said, no. He says, I have this tradition with my brothers, my friends. We drink a shot of tequila for each to kind of honor each other for what we've done over the week and kind of connect, right? Bartender says, that's cool. Pours him 3 shots of tequila. This goes on week after week after week after week. Finally, the guy walks in, and he's kind of mopey one day. He walks in and says, hey, man. Bartender says, hey, how you doing? It's good. He sets up the 3 shots of tequila. The guy says, no, just 2 today, please. Bartender goes, oh, shoot. Pours him 2 shots of tequila and doesn't decide to really confront him at that point, but he thinks about it as he comes in every single week. Still 2 shots of tequila. Bartender says, hey, man, what's going on for you? I'm sorry. I've been kind of afraid to ask you, but I'm sorry that you lost your friend. And the guy on the other side of the bar goes, what? What do you mean I lost my friend? He says, yeah, well, you used to come in here and order 3 shots of tequila. You told me about this whole tradition about connecting and honoring each other, and now you're only ordering 2. He goes, oh, thank goodness. No, my friend's fine. He said, well, what's up? How come you're ordering 2 shots of tequila? He goes, I've decided to stop drinking. Self-deception. Like self-deception. That's what we do to ourselves. We deceive ourselves about who we are, what we want. It's all cloaked in misrepresentations, hidden agendas, secrets, fabrications, mistruths, lies. It's cloaked in lies. The problem with lies is that we don't know who we are. So if you're standing right here, and this is the lie, right? I'm going to try to carve this out for you. If this is the lie right here, there's 2 types of lies. There's lies of omission, like we omit information. We come back up here to lies. Okay, there's omission. And then over here, there's this thing called commission. Lies of commission, where we're actually committing lies. Like you knowingly know you're lying. So I'm going to give most of us the opportunity to say we've evolved past that, right? Maybe, maybe not. But we do omit information. The problem with lies is that we lie about who we are, and then we lie about what we want. We lie about who we are and what we want. Bryan Cranston, I never saw Breaking Bad. I know that I'm probably the only one in the world that never watched it, but he's on a new show called Your Honor. And this guy has made a life of lies, misrepresentations, hidden agendas, secrets. He's a judge. And his life is a train wreck. It's a train wreck. That's what happens when we lie. It builds a foundation on BS. It continues, and then it all comes crumbling down. So here's the thing. Lies are our shadow. Lies are the darkness, right? The false self lives in the darkness. The false self lives in lies. Stop living in your lies. Men, stop it. Get out of the darkness. This is the light. This is the true self. This is what leaders show up for. It's uncomfortable as hell. I get it. It's scary. This is comfortable. This false self stuff is comfortable. But it's not who we are. Humanity needs this. Humanity needs our true self to show up, to lead, to inspire, to feel the divine energy flow through you. I can feel it right now. And this is not how it's always been for me. No. I lived a life of lies. I owned a mortgage company. I'm even forgetting my slides here because I'm so pumped up. It doesn't really matter, but here we go. Right? You're going to see two things here. Maybe. Right? Lies. Deceit. So I owned a mortgage company. I was a regional level vice president for a regional bank. I thought that's what I needed to do. But I built this life of lies. And I remember one summer afternoon, at the property that we own just south of Denver here in Foxfield, Colorado, 2.5 acres, unobstructed view of the Rocky Mountains, had this pool that had this beautiful aqua water, a pond, and a waterfall, and the house looked west. And I remember mowing the lawn, finishing that section of the lawn, taking the grass bag and dumping it out in the acreage and coming back to the mower. And I looked up at this house, and I looked at the pond, and I looked at the pool, and then I looked at the Rocky Mountains, and I came back and I felt sick to my stomach. And what came out of my mouth next was, "This sucks." There was an expletive in there, by the way. It was "this blank sucks," right? And at that moment, it was an what now moment. And that's where I began to deconstruct the lies that I'd been telling myself about who I was and what I wanted. And it took some time. Oftentimes what I find in men's life is they burn their life down. They burn it down. I didn't do it pretty. I set some small brush fires, but I didn't burn the whole thing down. Some transgressions in my relationship with my wife. I had to reconstruct my business life. But I did it. I did it. And it took time. And it required support. And it required destiny partners. It required community. And it required a lot of courage. And the biggest thing it required was commitment. It required commitment on myself to be over here in my truth. And by the way, this path is not like a finite journey. It doesn't like you go from here to here and you're done. You can put the stake in the ground and say, "Woo! Let me just relax now." It doesn't work that way, because when you get here, there's another version of you right over here. This true self becomes your false self, and this true self becomes your new true self. So you get to do this every single day if you're willing. If you're willing. Uncover. So my archetype for this is the small singer. He's a country music singer. He's from Oklahoma. What's his name? Garth Brooks. You guys ever heard of him? Like, this guy is lit up. He's vibrating at such a high level. I watched his documentary a couple weeks ago, and oh my gosh. After 14 years of taking care of his girls and having a divorce, and that whole gig about the girls would go to one house and the other, I mean, he did this like amazingly, by the way. 14 years of a hiatus from singing, he comes back and he fills concerts 5 nights in a row, all the way from Dublin to LA. Why? Because that guy is authentic. That guy is living his truth. The divine power is moving through him, through his music, and it's vibrating out here. And people are going, I want some of that. They don't even know what they want, but they feel attracted to him. That's the power of authenticity. That's the power of transparency. That's the power of the divine. The truth lives in the divine. Dishonesty keeps the divine from flowing through us. Dishonesty keeps the divine flowing through us. So it's an onion. You've heard that, right? It truly is. It's a revealing and an unveiling. Like when I was rebuilding my life, I had to continue to look. Look in the mirror. Look in the mirror. Look in the mirror. Everywhere, set up a mirror. Set back the reflection so that you can see the bullshit that you're telling yourself about who you think you are and what you want. Authentic leaders are awake. They know their triggers. They know their worries. They know their anxieties. And they're able to navigate that. The old style of leadership, that authoritarian, like rank and file, it's gone. It doesn't work. There's too much energy, too much power coming in through all the people that are in our world right now. They feel this. This is the time. Right now. Forget tomorrow. No, it's now. Now is the new later, guys and gals. Now is it. It's today. That's the style of leadership that's possible. And it's happening. The train is on the track. Are you going to get on it or not? Like, are you going to be part of this leadership evolution? Humanity marching forward? Or are you not? Your choice. So Doug say, great, so I get false self, and I get true self, and I get this small country singer named Garth Brooks, who's a great archetype for it. How do I do it? Right? First of all, be committed. 5 things. Be committed. Like seriously, not here, but like feel it. Like feel it right here. Feel the commitment in your body. Be committed. Have a community. Community of destiny partners. Like I am so blessed that I have my family, my brothers in realm, so many people that support me and hold that mirror up so I can't bullshit myself out of anything. And I love it. And it's scary and it's hard and it takes courage. Commitment, community, consistency. Every single day. Look inward. Find a system. Find some kind of method that supports you. Find a community. Community, consistency, commitment, application. Like, you know what? If we can't apply this to our lives and we just think about it, it doesn't matter. Might as well read a book and go take a nap. Right? You got to apply it in your life. And then the final thing is accountability. Be accountable to others. Have destiny partners that will hold you accountable to what you say you want and what you want to do. So there's 5 things that will support all of us as leaders. Not for me, not for you, but for humanity. This is bigger than ourselves. It's way bigger than you, but it begins with you. And it begins now. I can feel it. I can feel it. So what's the call to action, right? What's the call to action? Whew. Let's start unpeeling that onion for you. Let's start getting to the heart. Let's start getting to your truth. And for the whole month of January in our community, in Realm.Men's community, we asked one question. The question is, what don't you want me to know about you? And this can be in any frame. As a partner, as a husband, as a father, as a wife, as a leader, physically, spiritually, professionally. You decide. What don't you want me to know about you? First layer, kindergarten level, right? Kindergarten level. Second layer, maybe first grade. Take that 7 layers deep. What I really don't want you to know about me, Doug, is now we're talking. Now we're talking about this guy over here, this true self, who is unencumbered, who has the divine flowing through them, who doesn't give a crap what anyone thinks about them. You know, the biggest lies I told myself in my life was, I'm broken. Okay, did 15 years of personal development to figure out that was a bullshit lie. Second one is I'm not enough. Anyone ever had that? Probably not, but I'm the weird one. Oh, that was the other lie, is I'm weird, until I figured out that that's the truth, right? I am weird. That's okay. So the call to action, back to that. What I don't want you to know about me, take that 7 layers deep. What I really don't want you to know about me, start unveiling and revealing that self, that true self. Find a community that will support you and hold the mirror up. Be accountable in that community. Consistently do your work. That's what this is about. The time is now. Right? What is your message? When you go through that and you start revealing who you are and unveiling, what is your message? Who is your audience? Stop waiting. Stop waiting. Stop hiding in the darkness. We were born to shine. Marianne Williamson's poem. Our greatest fear is not that we're inadequate. Our greatest fear is that we are so powerful. It is not our darkness that we're afraid of. It's our light. That's what's possible. So as we come to a conclusion here, you are a leader. Feel that. Feel it. You have a message. I'm speaking to you. You have a message. That audience is waiting for you right now. Get out of your way and deliver your message. Not for you, for humanity. So thank you for being here today, wherever you are. I'm honored, I'm humbled, and I'm alive. And I want help. So, wow, what a day. When I knew I was going to speak here, I set a pretty clear intention about what I wanted to share, but I didn't know. And over the last 60 days, it's been downloading. I've been on my phone, putting notes in, and finally it just came all to me today. And I had an incredible amount of fun. Really don't remember what I said, but it doesn't matter at this point. I spoke from my heart. I spoke truthfully, and the intent I had was to help us all grow and learn as individuals, as humans, and to help move our humanity forward in a way that we're not doing right now as leaders. And I think the biggest emotion I have right now is I'm so proud of the work that I've done on myself so that I can now show up and help other people do their work.